Hello, New Manchester here. In this video, um, I decided to do something different. Um, Instead of like talking about how America is and talk about all the problems with women and all of that, and how socially disconnected people are, how mean and mean-spirited people are who drive people to lose it. So want to do something different. You know, don't want to talk about the same old thing over and over and over and over again in videos. So what I have in front of you is two Nintendo Game Boys. Um, the one on the left is it's like the original Game Boy, but it's red. And why is it red? Well, it was part of the Play It Loud series Game Boys that were released back in 1995. I had this red Game Boy ever since I was a teenager. So yeah, I got it because there was this game that my parents bought me on the Game Boy. It was called Super Mario Land, and I think my parents bought this game, and it was in the garage for a long time. I think they bought this because they thought that the Nintendo Entertainment System will play that game, and it wasn't meant for the NES. It was meant for the Game Boy. So the Nintendo Entertainment System was the first video game console my parents ever bought me. And so yeah I'll just get into the my history of having video game consoles, but I want to focus. Well, actually, I'll tell you about my history of having video game consoles after I'm telling you about these two Game Boys. Okay, the red Play It Loud series Game Boy, it was released in different colors. Red, yellow, green, black, and transparent clear. And so also um, and I saved some money. I saved like about $50 to buy this red Game Boy. Um, yeah, I liked it so much. I decided to buy another Play It Loud series Game Boy. This time a black one. On that I was on that I was going to do it. Then I changed my mind. If I went ahead and saved the money and buy another Play It Loud series Game Boy, a black one, then I'll have two Game Boys today, and they will be both side by side, along with the Game Boy on the right in this video. Yeah. So the red Game Boy, yeah, it's like the original Game Boy. The original Game Boy was gray. The directional buttons were black. The A and B button was I think it was like violet color. And the start and select buttons were black. Yeah, yeah. It does the same thing as the original Game Boy, but the border around the screen is real dark, and it has that brick late 80s feel to it. It's very uncomfortable. And yeah, you have to hold this thing up to a light to to play the video games. I got a lot of games on the Game Boy. Um, Yeah, I got a lot of them. Um, this red Game Boy is really nice. I like it. Had it for a long time. It's in excellent condition. I kept it clean. Kept it in a carrying case for all these years. It's in excellent condition. But there's a little chip. It's the little chip part on the bottom right tip corner of it. I dropped it when my friend came over to see the Game Boy that I have, and I dropped it and ran away because his dog was chasing me. So yeah, so yeah, it works. I played some games on it. I think I played I just played Super Mario Land on it, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, also, okay, going to the other Game Boy, this right here, it's a let me open it up. See it right there. This this Game Boy on the right is a Game Boy Advance SP. Um, I bought, yeah, well, actually, yeah, I bought this like I think I bought this about like 17, 18 years ago. It's a really cool. It's a really cool Game Boy. I mean, it plays. It plays the original games from the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and the games for it, the Game Boy Advance SP games. It has a backlight lid, and it is a backlight lid, and it's in color, unlike the Game Boy on the left. I can play this in the dark because it has a backlit light. Just press this button right here to activate the backlit light. Yeah, it's real nice. Uh, I don't have that many games on it. Actually, I have two Game Boy Color games and one Game Boy Advance game, and I got a bunch of original Game Boy games, and I can play them all on this Game Boy Advance SP. And before that, I had the original Game Boy Advance SP, and I saw this one on TV, and I decided to buy this one and give the original Game Boy Advance SP, the original one, to my cousin. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. 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 I can go ahead and like show you all the games that I have on the Game Boy. Game Boy Color games included. Hold on a second. I'm just pull them all out. Okay. Let's pull them all out. Okay. Okay. Here they are. Okay, start with this one. Okay. Super Mario Land. Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. It's a Game Boy Color game. Inspector Gadget. Game Boy Color game, Wario Land 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Primal Rage, Metroid 2, the Ren and Stimpy Show Vidiots, Game and Watch Gallery, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, and this is the Super Mario Land game that my parents bought me. I peeled the label off when I was a kid, so yeah. So this was the game that made me want to buy the Play It Loud series Red Game Boy. And yeah, and I went on eBay and bought another copy of Super Mario Land. So yeah, I own 2 copies of Super Mario Land. So yeah, I got I got the game again. 2 copies of the same game. So yeah. um yeah, and here's the owner's manual instruction booklet for Super Mario Brothers Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. Here's one for Inspector Gadget, and here's one for Wario Land 4, which is the game right here. And here is the Game Boy Advance SP instruction booklet. So yeah, actually, all these games, I can play them all on the Game Boy Advance SP, but I can't play them all on the red Play It Loud series Game Boy. I can just play games from. It was made to play games from the original Game Boy. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I have the choice. I can like play this or this. So yeah. Let's see. Um. Yeah. So also the red Game Boy has a rechargeable battery pack. Just pull this out. Here it is. So that'll save me from like buying like 4 AA batteries. You know. Yeah. See okay. Yeah, the Game Link tab is still on there. Some people who have the original Game Boy will have the tab missing from it. So yeah, the tab cover is still on it. Yeah. So yeah, this thing is real clean. It's in excellent condition. And it works. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one's really comfortable. It's real better. It's better than the big bulky Game Boy right here. Actually, after the release of this, I think Nintendo released some Game Boys up to this one. They released the Game Boy Pocket, the Game Boy Color, I think the Game Boy Light, and the Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance SP. So yeah, let's see. So also remember that well, my older brother had an Atari 2600. Um, um yeah, he had a lot of games on it. I have his Atari 2600 in his games. I mean, can't find a T. Well, don't have the connections to plug it into a big flat screen TV. I think there's some connections for it. You can find it, but it had the connections to play on those old school box television sets. Don't have those anymore. Yeah. Uh, I gave my brother my Nintendo entertainment system when my parents got me a Super Nintendo entertainment system. I was bugging my parents as a kid to get me one, and got the NES for Christmas, and I was smiling and grandstanding and being happy to have this. Um, had a lot of games on it. Um, then after that, got a Nintendo 64. So yeah, I still got the Super Nintendo and I still got the N64. The Nintendo Entertainment System. My brother lost it and lost all the games to it. I think one of my cousins found one of the games when we went to clean out his house after my brother died and was killed in a car accident. Yeah, I remember I loaned him my Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I let him borrow it in the games. He never brought the console back, so I had to go to his house and get the console. And I didn't get all the games. He lost all the games to it. So yeah. Um, yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I don't play a lot of video games like I did like a long time ago. Thinking about playing them again. Thinking about it, and get my mind off all this garbage that's going on. I mean, it's just sad. Like single men, lonely men have to play video games to pass the time. Because how messed up in the head women are. Yeah. Also, I have a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 3, and I got some games on those systems, those video game consoles. My PlayStation 2 went south on me. I mean, the pictures started to get all glitchy and messed up. It works, but the pictures all glitchy and messed up. I think it has something to do with have a lot of dust in it and they get dirty. And saw some videos on YouTube online that saw some videos on YouTube where people were taking PlayStation 2s apart and cleaning them, and after they took them apart and cleaned them and put them back together, they play games on them and the screen is crystal clear. And I mean, also my PlayStation 3, I can't play video games that I have on a PS2 on that. Doesn't work with backwards compatibility. I have the slimline version. I don't have the original PlayStation 3. If I had the original PlayStation 3, I can play PS2 games on it. Also, I got some games from the original PlayStation as well. I mean, I can play games from the original PlayStation on on my PlayStation 2 and on the slimline version of the PlayStation 3. Um, so yeah, I think on the PlayStation 2 I got a bunch of WWE wrestling games, a basketball game, NBA 2K1, 2K01, or whatever it's called. I don't remember. It's NBA something. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Got the Mortal Kombat collection. Got all three Mortal Kombat games on it. Got Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Deception, and Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. And I was impressed of playing Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. It was a very good game. It's more like an adventure puzzle game, and I kind of like sucked at it. Didn't get that far on it. So yeah, it's mostly like a beat 'em up quest game. Has some good cut scenes. The gameplay is really good. I like it. Um, yeah. So yeah, I have a problem with Sony. Like I think Microsoft has that with the Xbox One as well. The PS4, the PlayStation 4 doesn't do backwards compatibility. It won't play. Heard it won't play video games from the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3. And a lot of people were complaining. Like video game junkies were complaining who own PS4 game, who own a PlayStation 4, and I heard that PlayStation 5 and Sony's gonna release it's the successor to the PS4, the PlayStation 5, and Microsoft is gonna release the Xbox 2. It's like this. I look at these video games, like the graphics on these games are really good, but the the gameplay mechanics not that great. I mean, they just focus on like graphics than actual gameplay. Yeah, I understand we're in the future and all, but focus more on the gameplay. And yeah, you can focus on graphics, but focus on the gameplay as well. So yeah, so that's just a big letdown of these modern video games of today. They're really impressive, but I haven't played any of them. So yeah, I'm not a big video game person like I was like a long time ago. So yeah. Okay, this is the Super Game Boy, which I can play games from the original Game Boy onto my Super Nintendo. Like that is really nice. Okay, here's some PlayStation 1 games. Okay, here's some PS2 games. Okay, this is the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw Superstar Series three game set. Okay, here's the Mortal Kombat game collection set. Has Mortal Kombat Deception, Shaolin Monks, and Armageddon. Okay, yeah. Here's the basketball game. Let's see. Okay, here it is. It's NBA 2K2. Sister got me this for Christmas. Couldn't be able to play because my PS3 has to download some feature for it, which it doesn't have. Yeah. PS3 games. Yeah. WWE 12. WWE Legends of WrestleMania, and some PS3 demos that came with the system. Yeah. And here I have some strategy guides. This is the official Mortal Kombat Trilogy Fighters Companion, and it covers strategy moves for the Nintendo 64 and Sony PlayStation versions of the game. I got this game on both the N64 and the PlayStation. I like the PlayStation version better. Okay. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I have that game on the N64. WWE WrestleMania, WWF WrestleMania 2000. Yeah. Yeah. The Godfather. Pimpin' ain't easy. Yeah. Mr. Ass. Yeah. Ooh. WWF No Mercy. WCW Mayhem. WWF SmackDown. Just Bring It. Stuff I had since I was a kid. Oh, goddamn. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm unable to show you all my brother's Atari 2600. Yeah. Yeah. Funny. After the NES games were found at my brother's house, couldn't do anything with them. Didn't have the NES console because my brother lost the console. He lost the console, so I had to sell him. Um, went went through some really crazy at this place that buys games and things like CDs or like stuff from stuff that, yeah, like used DVDs, CDs, like VHS tapes, whatnot. The woman there was crazy, and and she accused me of getting upset because she couldn't give me enough money for them, and I didn't care. She said, she's something like, oh, it's not my problem. It's something dollars. So she was a crazy smart ass bitch. So yeah, typical crazy Texas person. Yeah. And when I went to the place, she was standing outside smoking a cigarette. So yeah, so that's the end of that. That's all I gotta say in this video. So so long. Goodbye. Adios. Later. Au revoir.